we will study about the carry look ahead adders. In short, it is also called as CLA adders. We have already studied about the full adders. Now in this one we will study about a way superior adder. Now you might be thinking that how this CLA is superior than the full adder. It is superior in terms of speed. You know, speed is one of the most important factor in the efficiency of any digital circuit. And let's say if we want to add these two numbers A and B, and let's suppose both A and B are 16-bit numbers, so the sum will not come instantly, it will take some time. Now why it will take some time? Because inside these adders there are gates, and each and every gate will take some time to produce the output depending upon the input. Now this time is called as the propagation delay. Okay, the propagation delay of the sum and carry is different, and we are more concerned about the propagation delay of your carry. Why? Because let's say in this adder, once you are having C in A3 B3, you are having your sum, okay, but for C3 you have to wait until the sum is calculated, because depending upon the sum you are going to have your carry. So what we are going to do actually in the CLA is to predict the carry. The very important point of CLA is to predict the carry. Okay, and this is something on which we are going to devote the whole presentation, to find or to predict the carry before it is actually calculated. Okay, so we will start from this table, truth table, a familiar truth table for you. Only the sum is not mentioned because I have already told you that we are going to focus on the carry output. So what we are going to do in this truth table is to see when the carry output is 1 or high and do some analysis. Okay, everything is hidden in this truth table, only you need eyes to see them. So this is the case, the 4 cases in which your carry output is high. So let's consider this last 2 case. In this you can see that whenever both A and B are high, the carry output is high. It doesn't depend upon your carry input, whether it is 0 or whether it is 1. It doesn't depend upon it. It depends only on the A and B, whether they are high or not. Okay, so for this A and B, and let's examine the next case by taking this 4 combinations. Okay, and if you can see, then this case is your odd ones detector, because if I XOR 0 and 1 it will give me 1, and also in this case C in is 1. So I can say that when A XOR B is equal to 1 and also C in is equal to 1, your carry output is 1. Okay, because in this case also A XOR B is 1 but C in is 0, so output is 0. In this case A XOR B is 1. You can say that in all these 4 cases A XOR B is 1, so it depends upon the C in whether it is 1 or not. So whenever it is 1, like in this case the C out is 1, and also in this case. So what I can write C output as A and B, or this thing A XOR B and C in. Okay, this is we just evaluated from our truth table. Now there are some terminologies involved with this expression. Let me explain you that. This part we call as carry generator, and this part we call as carry propagator. Now why we call it as carry generator and why we call as carry propagator, it's just a name, but it is because there is no dependency on C in this first case. The carry is generated depending upon A and B only. In this case the carry is generated when the carry from the C in is propagated as 1, so we call it as carry propagator. There is nothing big thing in that. I just mentioned the name. You want to remember it, it's good. If you don't want to remember it, it's okay. It's just help us to recall that we call it G, this part we call it G, and this part we call it P, depending upon generator and propagator. Okay, so how I can write this thing? CO is equal to G or PC in. So we have stepped into the process of predicting our carry output once we are having this equation. So let's generalize it, and generalization will be done by using this full adder configuration. If C minus 1 is your carry input, C0 is your carry output. Similarly, if C0 is your carry input, C1 is your carry output. So I can say that Ci is there if I talk about this part, okay, and C in will be what? Ci minus 1. Okay, so all we are doing here is the generalization of this equation. Okay, so Ci, and we are having G or P Ci minus 1. We have generalized this equation. Okay,